Hello everybody. Okay, so day 2 of making clusters, and this is what my desk looks like again. While I was busy inking up and everything yesterday, I forgot that I had a whole bunch of other cardboard still on my table that I wanted to use offcuts again from previous projects, and some of this nice black cardboard from the previous project that I did, so I just punch those into shapes and stuff. So there's another pile of goodies. So I thought, let me just quickly do a quick process here before I carry on, because I changed it up just a little bit. So let's get cracking. So I'm going to take one of these architectural thingies, and I cut up some other things as well for in my pile of stuff. So I thought I'd just do another quick demonstration here. I mean, it's nothing new, it's been done before, but you know, why not? Let's just go with the flow again. As you can hear, the kids are playing outside again today. It's a little bit warmer. Still rather chilly, but a little bit warmer at least. At least they're getting some outside time. That's a good thing. Okay. That's good enough. Right. So what it did was also is I cut up a whole lot of things from digital kits that are left over from, again, previous projects. So I just cut them up into little pieces, and even things like this from like previous punched out doodads. So I've lost my glue paper. There's my glue paper back. So all I do now is like kind of randomly just stick things on wherever I can. Stick that over there. Let's see, I've got some other little bits and pieces here. Some stamps. And you'll see I'm just sticking wherever. Just makes them interesting. Overlap some things. What else do we have? Other pieces of offcuts from projects. Don't even mind if they don't really even match. I think you want to go over there. Let's do another one of these labels. I'm just making a bit of a random collage. Let's see what else is next to me in my little stash here. Let's do some more of these stamps. They're quite cool. Maybe something for that corner. Let's grab that one. Let's see what else. Let's do a round one, well, an oval one. Yeah, I think it's time for a new glue page. What do you think? I think it's really time for a new glue page. Stick that one in the corner. Maybe something over there. What else do we have here? Let's do another green color one. Let's do this long one. Maybe one up in that corner. You know, when do you stop? When you know it's done. I don't know. You just keep going until you're kind of happy. That's pretty cool. Alright, move these out the way. I randomly found this thing on the floor this morning, so I'm not too sure where that comes from, but we'll stick it one side. We'll use it, maybe we won't. Okay, I'm just going to get out my cutting board now. So what I do is I turn it around so I can't see. It's all part of the magic, I guess. Let's cut that strip off. Cut a little bit of excess off. And then let's turn it this way. Like that. Let's make another one like that. And like this. I'm really not even bothered about measuring, just to make little pieces. It's got a nice fold line in it already, so I'm trying to line that up. There's another one with a little line in it, so we'll just, it's got like a little score line in it. We'll just use that. And I'll make some small ones. Let's do that one in half. Last piece. Let's see if I can get like 3 out of here. Okay, and now, ta-da! Surprise! How cool are those? That's why I turn them over so I don't think about it, and you get these really cool random bitsies with lots of interesting things on them. So as you can see, I did like a whole pile over here just with book pages, and then I got creative and put the bitsies on the book pages just to make it a bit more interesting. Lots and lots and lots of little bits and odd shapes. So yeah, so I thought instead of me trying to ink all of these little pieces, I'll just ink them up as I need them and when I need them. Let's make this one in half. Cut it in half, and let's get this punch back out, and let's see if I can make a tiny little banner. I seem to be on a bit of a banner craze at the moment. That looks very cool. Another one. 2 tiny little banners. That's awesome. So yeah, now I've got a whole pile of extra little bitsies from all the pieces of tiny pieces of cut off cardboard. I still have these, which I want to also maybe just put some book pages on and some more random little pieces, and yeah, cut them down, and I think I have enough stuff for days, which is cool. So let me do another one on camera. Let me see if I've got another book page somewhere. No, I'll have to dig into my stash because I seem to have used all of my book pages. Let's just go in here. Let's go. Oh, there's even some lined paper. What do you know? But I don't think I'll be using that today. Or maybe. I don't know. Okay. So, again, where's my glue gone? Oh, found it. Okay. Let's put it at an angle. Why not? And of course, I'm going to keep the cut-offs or something else. Throw that bits away because I can't keep every single little bits and pieces, can we? I suppose we could, but I think enough junk for now. Maybe I can find a wider strip of cardboard for that. Oh look, there's more cardboard on my table. What do you know? Alright, so again, just go in and just stick down some random things. Yep, I've now given up on my glue page. This is an interesting shape of a tag. Let's just turn this glue page over and use the other side. We got some pretty pieces of scrapbooking paper that are also pre-cut up already. Doesn't matter that it's hanging off the side like that. And let's just use the pieces. Oh, things are dropping on the floor already. Let's do similar. Let's go in with this other green piece. You know, I also kind of sometimes have to remind myself that not everybody's favorite color is purple, even though it's my favorite color, and I tend to go a bit overboard with the purple sometimes. We figured, hey, where did that come from? One of the random pieces, which was on the table. Okay, so again, I turned it over, so let's cut off those pieces off there. Okay, alright, so again, let's just turn it over so I don't see what's happening. Aha. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. Very nice. Add it to that pile. I really want to use this. Seriously, am I really going to go find another piece of cardboard? That can be very cool. So I'm going to leave the brown in the background and then just go in with these things again. Sticky. just being very random about what I'm gluing down, where I'm gluing it down. Okay, a little bit random. You know, kind of do want a bit of cohesion here and there. You know, I don't want just all green or, like I was saying, just all purple, because, you know, purple. Those of you who know me, you know that my hair is purple. Purple and black, but I just love purple. Let's put that there. These are getting very sticky. Where do you want to go? Maybe you want to go over there. Maybe another one of these. And let's put something there. Again, something green. I'm going to be looking for my glue stick just now. Okay, so this is really now at its days. Let's see if I can still open this side. Yeah, just use the other side of that. Okay, so I'm going to be very gentle with this piece because where the little cutouts are, they're quite fine and they tend to want to rip, so just sort of dab the glue on. Oh, so sticky. Then I can place this on top. Oh my goodness. Interesting, right? Okay, cutting board. I suppose let's also just cut off these random bits again. The excess. Well, that already matters now, but I'm not even worried that it's straight. Okay, let's cut this down the middle-ish. Okay, but it's okay. I think these little bitties are going to last me quite a while. I don't think I'm going to have to make any more of these for quite some time. Always handy to have in your stash pile. Let's make a bigger one. There we go. Look, they look like little windows. They're quite cute. That is so awesome. Alrighty, well, I'm saying I don't need to make any more, but I mean, look how much cardboard I still have left over to make more. So, am I actually going to make more for now, or can I save this for a later project? Oh, guess what? This is going back into one of the very many packets of goodies I have. Okay. So yeah, I've got all of these bits and pieces. I've got all of these bits and pieces. Here, little banner. And we got all of those little cards that we covered yesterday. the bigger ones and some other ones. So yeah, I've got a few more things that I want to do before we start actually putting these together. So I'm going to get out some of my stamps and try and deal with this first, so I've got a fresh space and some thinking space, because I'm feeling that this is incredibly cluttered right now. So yeah, let me do that and I'll see you now. Okay, there's a little bit more organization, but not really. So here's my big file of stamps. So so many choices, don't know where to start. So maybe let's just move this on, oops, sorry, onto the other table. And I haven't used this one before, so again, time to use things. Let's take this nice big one, which is rather plain, and let's take this one. Why not? And cut up. Guys, I get my stamps from Temu, so there's no like reference on them and stuff. I know a lot of other ladies, they tend to say I'm using this stamp kit from so and so, but yeah, no, get my stuff from Temu. I'm like, oh, that's pretty, add it to the cart. Oh, that's pretty, add it to the cart. And yeah, so I can't tell you exactly what it's called. Okay. Let's see if I can find something for that. What about some sort of a ticket thing? That can work. I'm quite fanatical about cleaning my stamps off and putting them away kind of straight away. As you've seen, I've got this huge file full of them, so I try and keep somewhat of order going on, but it doesn't always stay in order. But I do try a little bit to keep things organized as best as I can. I really do like this one. That's pretty cool. Another very plain one. Let me see if I stamp which might fit. I actually don't even mind if it doesn't quite fit. Or do I? Let's just go for it. See if I maybe line a few up together. This one. Let's see what happens. I'm not even going to stamp it straight. I don't even mind if it doesn't stamp properly. Oh, that looks pretty cool. See if I can find another more of this like sort of faux writing stuff. I can't really read it, but it's pretty cool. Happiness. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'll take out some more stamps and just do a bit more random stamping off screen, because again, can't be too much fun watching this process. So yeah, let me do some more stamping, and then hopefully we are getting closer to putting these clusters together. Okay, so while I've got my stamps out, I was thinking, you know, these itty bitty ones, they could be quite cool to stamp and then cut them out as extra little toppers and things. Interesting little things. Give them a good stamping there. I'm not even going to take them off. I'm just going to plonk them down and hope for the best. Really hoping for the best. If you could see my face right now, I'm really pulling a face. Okay. Ah, awesome. How cool is that? Let me see what else I have, which have got like little stampies on them like this. There's all sorts on this one, which is very cool. Let's go here. What else? How about some bugs? Which bugs though? Let's do this little one. It's got all sorts of goodies on there as well. Got this like very super thin, lightweight brown paper, which is quite cool for lots of things. I think this will be perfect for this. When they cut up, then they're kind of lightweight and they're not going to make the clusters very heavy. They're just going to add to it a bit, you know. Oh, yes, we'll soon know. Okay, very nice. I think I prefer the ones with the little borders on them. I think that will be easier for cutting out. Okay, hopefully that's clean enough. What did I do with this cover? Go. Let's see, what else do I have which got borders? Do you have labels as well? I think I want stamped with like interesting things on them. Let me just flip through here. We've done that one already. This one's pretty cool. Some of them are too big. Maybe I can just stamp it, and then whatever I don't want, I don't have to cut out. I took out 3 of these pages. I did indeed. Okay, goes nothing. This one's got quite a nice selection of things on. So let's see how that goes. Let's just hope I'm inking them all quite nicely. I do prefer to take them off individually and stamp with them individually, but for this process I think it's going to be a lot easier just to stamp them on their backing sheet. Let's try and line that up nicely. There we go. Here's hoping for the best. Let's check it out. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that'll do. Give that a good clean. I think it's time for a clean wet wipe as well. I think this one has served its purpose well. Put the cover back on. Right, then let me get my little scissors out. And then yes, I'll just cut these out. I won't force you to watch the whole process, but just so that you can get an idea. So again, I'll just ink those as I need to, or as I feel. They should be inked or not inked. I'm going to cut some of these out. So I'll just leave a bit of a wider border on that one. Maybe I won't even use that wiggly one. But definitely these ones with little borders around them, they are going to be perfect for what I need them for. Feel like yesterday I moaned a lot about voice recording while I'm doing my videos, so I'm going to just keep doing that. Kind of feels like I'm talking to myself, which is a bit weird, but then I think, you know, the other ladies do this. I'm sure at some point they also felt like, hang on, I feel like I'm talking to myself, but meanwhile there's a whole audience watching them, and you're trying to make people feel included even though you don't even know who they are. Oh, and by the way, I checked, I've got 34 subscribers, not 35, so I was close, but hey, I appreciate the 34 people who are following me at the moment. And like I said yesterday, I'm hoping that my channel will grow. and more people will start following. And also, if you guys can just comment on what you think about me talking while I'm busy working, instead of just filming and adding pretty music and speeding up the video. Because I guess you can't really see exactly what I'm doing when I do that. So I suppose if you want to learn from me and follow me, then I guess I need to talk, even if it feels like I'm talking to myself. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out the rest of those. I didn't even get very far with the rest of the stamping. I mean, really, this is all I did out of all of this stuff that I still need to do. And then also just try and get a bit of organization going again. I did find an old Ashcan tub for those other little bitsies, the smaller bitsies. Yeah, so let me carry on here with this stuff, and then we can hopefully get to assembling these clusters finally. I mean, we've been recording already for over half an hour, and I still don't feel like we're getting anywhere. And why not just add more to this stuff and procrastinate even more? So here we go. I've got my label stamps out. Oh, shame, baby's busy teething, so he's not a happy camper, as you can hear. Oh, my heart breaks. Shame, little guy. Oh, it's hard being so little, man. So here we go. Now stamping some labels. Extra cutting out for me to do, and I haven't even finished the last lot of cutting out I did. And I didn't get myself out a clean wet wipe either. But let's get this done. And I do have digitals of labels. I'd love to tell you whose digital it is, but I don't want to be mistaken. So I think I might even go and print out some more digitals. More cutting out to do. More procrastinating. But I think once I've done most of the cutting, then we can finally get on with making these clusters. But this is the thing, that you need to start somewhere with little bits and pieces, and usually I make as I go. So for me, this is a bit of a mass make situation as well, because I don't really have little labels that are already set and cut out, and little pieces of ephemera. So let's get that a good clean. I'm even thinking that there might be a part 3 to all of this. I did say so yesterday that we might have to do this in 3 parts. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Because like I said, this video is getting super long already, and I still don't feel like we're anywhere near the part where we start putting everything together, because I've still got stamping to do over there. I've cut out some of those little things that are just stamped, but I've still got more to cut out. Oh my goodness. So let's just add to all of this that I still already need to do, and yeah, cut some labels out. I've stamped these on white paper because I can always grunge them up as I want them, or leave them white and make them any color I wish to. Careful! No, just kidding. There we go. So yeah, I think I need to go and find some more tubs to put all of these little goodies in. Keep those separate, keep those separate. Maybe find a separate thing for banners, separate thing for labels. like I said, I usually make as I go, as the project's calling me. But yeah, I really want to do a bit of a mass make thing, so you know, when I do get into my next journal, I've already got like nice things already made. Who knows? But yeah, so let me carry on with my cutting and my stamping, which I still haven't finished, and I want to get all the stamping done so I can pack away the stamps and try and clear my desk again. Yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, so again, more procrastinating. So I cut these off of there's a strip on the bottom of the front doodad of my scrapbooking papers, because those could be also quite cool. And then I think I'm going to call this video done and then work on a different video where I actually start putting my clusters together. So, and yes, I still haven't finished stamping. I still haven't finished cutting out. And now I'm cutting out more things, because why not? Let's get all of this out of the way, and then maybe tomorrow or later on today I can finally get onto actually putting these things together. So yeah, for sure, this is going to be a 3-part, and some projects just take longer than others. I mean, even if you go check in my videos that I've uploaded already, one of my very most viewed videos is called, is it the rainbow one? I think it's the rainbow one. I actually filmed that over 10 different videos, and again sped it up, put some pretty music to it, and then yeah, I had to do it in little bits and pieces because that journal took a long time to put together. And then I believe I gave it to my daughter last year, just because she's one of my biggest fans. I love you, baby girl. Thank you for being one of my biggest fans. I say she's my baby girl. I've got twins, and it's not that I love one more than the other, but my son's not really into this sort of stuff, but my daughter is. I do believe they're both my biggest fans. And I say baby, but they're not babies anymore. They've just turned 22. So yeah, let me finish all of this stuff and then let's get cracking on this project and finally putting it together. Either later today or tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all your time that you spend with me. I really hope that you're enjoying these videos where I'm actually talking, even though I feel like I'm talking to myself. Give us a thumbs up, and a like, and hit that subscribe button, and let's grow this wonderful community together. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.